Hey, everybody. This is Brothers on the Block presented by Victory Baptist Church, a place where you matter, right there in the heart of sunny South Dallas, located at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, located within the St. Philip's School and Community Center. Open every Sunday at 11 a.m. But you know who I got with me? Normally, I got all the brothers, but hey, when you got to pay bills, you got to do what you got to do. They got late meetings for you. You gotta do what you gotta do. But I got my ace in the hole always. Brother AJ Banks, he's gonna bank it in today, all the way from that Los Colinas, all the way from that high side of Irving, coming to us. So I appreciate him. Now I'm Pastor Mark. Thank y'all for joining us this evening. And I think we're gonna get my brother from the Detroit Motown itself, Jason Maryland, in later. But we're just gonna hit it off, because there's been a lot of things out there said. A lot of things out there said. Please, as Sister Kelly, the producer, reminds me, please like, share, and subscribe. And I think I got my boy right here. Motown knows. They know. He come in here like he David Ruffin.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I'm saying? Or Eddie Kane Jr.
Yeah, I was out handing out turkeys today.
Thank you, Nino. So with that, we're gonna jump. I want to flip it a little bit. I had put something else first, but I want to just get into the heart of the matter. There's a lot of talk out there, y'all, about Russell Wilson getting traded to the Cowboys because he said, "I don't want to leave, but I have 4 teams: the Saints, the Bears, the Raiders, and then he mentioned the Cowboys." And then people like, I know he ain't trying to come for Dak's job. How y'all feel about that? Does Russell Wilson need to be traded to the Cowboys?
No. I mean, he's a quarterback. I mean,
come on, bring all your hate. Don't hold back.
Nah,
you don't like the man.
I'm not saying it's about hate, but when you look at our fit right now, it's back to that same thing with the Deshaun Watson. They're all the same quarterback. I mean, they need good defense. They're not gunslingers. They're not gonna just throw the ball down the field every play. It's more of a a little short slants through the middle of the field. So I mean, they're all similar quarterbacks. So I don't think we need them as of right now. As long as we still got those negotiations going on with that, but I wouldn't do a sign and trade. Nah.
Okay, Jason, what you feeling, man? To the Cowboys pull off the deal.
So I'm gonna just go ahead and take the fence on this one. I'm gonna take the other side of the fence on this one. I'm gonna say the Cowboys should go ahead and do it. And I'm gonna say, the reason being is that it puts the Cowboys in slightly better possibly. Like, we had the same discussion about Deshaun Watson, right? Coming to the Cowboys possibly. So it's really no different, except you got a more seasoned quarterback coming to the organization, and that's really the only difference I see between Dak and Russ, or even Dak and Deshaun. You just be bringing a little bit more situational experiences to the organization, which may help them get through some of those tight playoff races. But say if you send Dak to Seattle, I mean, you just upgraded Dak's the whole everything. I mean, and Dak may come back, and take the Seahawks to the Super Bowl. I mean, because Russ ain't. I mean, he's still mobile, but he's not doing what Dak's doing right now. He was doing it, but he's not doing it now because he's getting older. And he's kind of making that transition. So I mean, the passing of the guard or changing of the guards, I don't think it would hurt either team. I think the Seahawks want to play a little bit faster than what Russ is doing right now. And I think the Cowboys want a little more assurance in the quarterback here for the next, for the short term. It wouldn't be for the long term for Russ. It'll probably be 3-4 years, 5 max, But Yeah, I mean, why not? Let's shake it up. I mean, what else surprising could happen in 2021 that that hasn't already popped out?
Well, this is what I will say, and please share your comments. We will react to them in live time. I promise you. So let us know how you feel. Don't hold back. How Russell Wilson went about this whole situation. And I used to listen to AJ. I'm like, AJ hating. He's hating. Now, but this last week I said, I think AJ was talking about something. Because the teams he named, he said, I want to be a legacy. And so you name the Raiders, you name the Saints, you name the Cowboys, and you name the Bears. You name teams that you want to be Hollywood with. And my thing is, we already had Tony Romo. The Cowboys, I can't speak for the other teams, but for the Cowboys, we already had Don Meredith. We already had these quarterbacks who are not Super Bowl quality, but they can do their thing. They can whatever. So I feel like Russell Wilson is going to be that. He's never going to win a championship if he became a Dallas Cowboy. He's not. And we got to be honest with that. I think Dak has a hunger because he's kind of a Tom Brady. I got a chip on my shoulder because everybody forgot about me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like he got a lot to prove, especially if he gets a contract. He's not going to get lazy with it. JR then came through. Snap. Not the CEO. The CEO that came through. El Presidente. Our man downtown, Jermaine Nation, all the way from the Greek Grove. Can you let us know how you feel about Russ? These trade rumors.
I want to hear
Russ becoming a Cowboy.
Yeah. When I saw that, I thought I was misreading what I saw. Him becoming a Cowboy. So
one slide in, one slide out.
Right. I'm assuming that if he becomes a Cowboy, that they're going to get rid of Dak because I just see him being a backup. So that would be interesting. That would be interesting. And I think it might actually be good for Dallas. If they, got rid of, Dak and got Russell Wilson.
Nah, I just don't see what he can bring. What he can bring differently. I mean, he can't win the big playoff games either. So I mean, I don't know what he'll bring that's different from what Dak, is already bringing to the table or will bring to the table.
Look, AJ, let's be honest. All he gonna bring is Sierra.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all he gonna bring, and them different looks where I don't want to get into it, but all he gonna bring is Sierra. I'm saying we already had Tony Romo. We don't need the brother Tony Romo. Tony Romo Hollywood. We don't need that. We good. I want the dude. I'm just saying.
Might be time to look into some season tickets.
So we can see Sierra? Man, go play some YouTube video. Look at my goodies. I'm good. I want to see some winning. I want to see some winning.
The winning atmosphere.
Come on, man. He blew the second Super Bowl he was in and should have lost the come on.
Yeah, the first one, that one I'm trying to tell y'all, that was their defense.
That was defense. Then the second one, they put it on him. He choked. They put it on him, and Malcolm got that interception. Boom, game was over. He ain't been the same since. He got a look. Remember when he got his money? He in the bed with his wife. Look at us, we got our money. Come on, man. Come on, Dak ain't like that. Dak is about the community. Dak gonna be out here. Dak is about us.
That interception was a bang bang play.
It was, but I just feel like that's Russell Wilson. I was a fan of Russell Wilson until to say you want to go to the Bears, you want to go to the Raiders. I'm like, you want to go to the Bears? The Bears is terrible. Let's be honest.
But
you just want to be Hollywood.
Defense. Bears defense.
Yeah.
And you got money to build around Russ. I mean, with Montgomery back to Montgomery went ridiculous this past season. Like the whole back 8-9 games, he was just unconscious. And then you had Robinson also went unconscious on a receiving standpoint. Man, Pastor, and this Magic Jack, man, is killing me, boy. But like they're missing a few pieces as well as most of these teams are, to kind of make them Kansas City contenders. Because I mean that's really what everybody's chasing now. It's kind of like it's just like basketball with the big three. You know, how do we stop Kansas City? How do we stop? Brady ain't about to be around for too much longer, but you look at Kansas City single-handedly ran through pretty much the whole league 2 years in a row. And I don't know, I don't know what happened this Super Bowl, but you know, uh, uh, they know Brady not about to be around. So I mean, the blueprint is looking like Mahomes for the foreseeable future, unless that team goes somewhere. So yeah, like folks want to get in a better position to where they can keep up with that firepower. Um, Montgomery's a better back than anybody Russ got. Carson ain't Chris Carson, I think his name. Yeah, he ain't nothing really to holler about. They ain't really had nobody running back that was worth anything. Now the receiving core is great. They kind of deep on receiving core, but running game suck. So shut down the receivers. They really can't move the ball. He come to Dallas, he got Zeke. I mean, Zeke may want to turn back into the old Zeke. You know,
See, now you trying to break up friendships.
Yeah.
That's just so sorry. Why you trying to be hurtful? So now dad got to look over his shoulder.
That's all. That's all business related. So if Russ come here, that's because some folks wanted him here.
But why would I feel like for Seattle, you're not trading Russ to the Bears because you're not gonna get nothing out of that. You're not trading Russ to the Raiders. I mean, yeah, Derek Carr is not bad. Or they got some potential. The Saints, were you gonna get Jameis? I mean, maybe, but if you Seattle and you were gonna trade this guy, yeah, I would take that because, like you said, it's the same guy but younger.
Yep.
But if you the Cowboys, you getting an older dude who look older. You ever seen when he got his hair a little wavy? He look like some old man, like he at the hotel, like he run a hotel or the motel. He look, come on, man.
Yeah, that's my whole deal with it. Yeah, it's not beneficial.
They want to win now. I mean, that would be the reason for the move. They want to win now, and not 4 years from now. They win now. They bring money to the stadium. They bring money to the franchise. They bring more spotlight games. It's more money. It's more revenue. So they win now.
But if you want to win now, I mean, Russ still not the guy. Like,
so he hasn't won has it been a decade since he's won?
Now let's get this straight. I'm not saying he is the guy.
Oh, I know you're right. I got you.
But in the event that if that deal happens to fall through, it's because somebody feels like we need to win now, and I'm not going to wait for Dak to come back. And I mean, he should be rehabbing now, but
Right.
we're not going to wait to see. We already know what we're getting here, and offenses ain't.
But Jason, would you say you can't even flirt with that situation? It's like you at the table with your woman, and then you gonna say, "Well, look at that girl over there." You cannot do that. You are married. Y'all trying to work out your relationship. You cannot go look at some other chick and say, "I might move her in and move you out." Because if it falls through, what you think that wife gonna do? Homie deuces. Because I'm just saying it's not worth it. Because if you don't get Russell, then you lose everything.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely expose the organization from. I mean, it kind of puts a sour taste in Dak's mouth as well. If they, like start entertaining that, a little more seriously, because then it's like, all right, well, I guess I need to start entertaining some of these other offers I got. I mean, who knows how that plays out, but yeah, but we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
I mean, pieces about to start moving. I mean, you had Wentz move early, and ain't nobody else really moved yet. So I think they kind of waiting to see what Russ do and Aaron Rodgers.
Well, and then I'm happy for Wentz. It was the best place for him to go, the Colts. You get your old coach back. You rehab your legacy. I mean, and I think the Philly locker room and the city of Philadelphia wasn't feeling them anymore. I think that was the best thing that happened for him. But for Dak to lead the Cowboys, I'd be hurt.
Yeah.
And they'll
I
say
mean-
something about Jerry.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take that deal if you throw Shaquille Griffin in with it. Give me a cornerback with it too. You know, give me a young, stud with it, and then maybe we can talk. But just straight up, yeah, nah.
But you say every time they talk about the trade, is Dallas having to give up number 1 picks? You crazy.
Right.
They're the same dude. And why would I give up any picks? I'm not giving them nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Because the only reason you would do it is somebody would make the argument that you know what you're getting right now. You know.
Yeah, a non-proven one.
And I think with what happened to Russell, when you're in, he says my biggest fear is losing Sierra. That's not the dude you want leading your football team, because he talking about this kind of moves based off his wife. That's not the dude you want in your. You need somebody that says my biggest fear is not winning this football game. Not losing your wife, Sierra, to Future. You still scared of Future? Come and get up.
Yep.
Come on, brother. Or Waka Flocka, whoever else. Little Bow Wow, 50 Cent, whoever else.
I don't blame him being still scared of Future, man.
Yeah. I mean, if you something about the mumble rappers, man.
I'm just saying. I'm like, come on, Russ. You can't be out here looking like Kanye and Kim. Come on, man.
Future's the guy that went to the public school, and Russ is the one that went to the upper preparatory,
right?
Private school with nobody that looked like Future there. So there is a bit of intimidating factors there. Look. Swag on this side, and you got whatever Russ is on this side.
Yeah,
not Russ is.
Look, like, don't do that to Russ. I just hate he put it out in the interview. I'm just saying you cannot lead the Dallas Cowboys because you can't be that weak. Dallas Cowboys is lose or win. They are number 1 front winner. You can be with the Raiders.
You're too soft.
Right. I mean, to talk about that, I'm like, man, you that scared of Future coming back through? Or Little Bow Wow? Or 50? I don't know who else. I mean, I'm not trying to put out a record. But I'm saying I'm just saying when you say I'm scared, my biggest fear is losing her, and she's sitting right next to you, and that blew me away. I said, you cannot be my quarterback.
You got a question in the
Oh,
chat.
I'm sorry. Losing your family takes a backseat to football. No, it don't take a backseat. It's just showing the quality. Tony Romo, when he said the worst thing that could happen to me is losing a football game, well, this dude, he like, I'm good where I'm at. I don't want more. So the biggest fear, he's not secure in his relationship with homegirl. That's because your biggest fear is losing her. You're not secure. She has not made you secure. And I'm not saying, I think what you said right, Jason. I mean, she got some issues. Future could come when he want to come. I'm sure that's in the child support paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
And Future is not Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Or his crew. And don't diss the private school guys.
I'm not. I went to private school, so
all right. I'll say we might not be thugnificent, but we still nificent.
Then we can
see
when they call.
That comment right there just said you are definitely from a private school.
Right, that's why I said no comment.
That's all I did was solidify your private school.
It's all good.
Affiliation.
That's all good. I understand. I'm not ashamed of who I am, and Russ shouldn't be either. Brother, you private school select football, brother, and you got the girl. Be secure. Jay-Z secure with Beyonce. Come on, man. Be secure in that. She love you, man. You good. But you can't be my quarterback on America's team. No, sir.
He cheated on us, so hey.
Who what?
Talking about Jay-Z.
Oh, I thought you talking about Russell Wilson. I said, not Russ. Russ don't look like that type. Russ,
Russell's a guy. Russell's a classy guy.
It's
right.
a question in the comment section for you married guys.
So, married guys, fellas, what's your biggest fear? Shoot.
Okay, man, Jermaine went dark immediately.
Oh man,
Dark.
Cameron went right off.
That question does not require my presence.
I see my man shaved up though. That's what I'm saying. He said I'm ready. If somebody ready, I'm ready.
If
you know, go ahead, brother Jason. Because something happened on Sunday. I don't know if it was told to you or not.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, because we had. I don't want to put that online. I'm gonna talk that offline. I see. I said Jason. I think Jason want to handle his business. But I was there for you though, man. So I was there because I was like, brother.
The biggest fear at this particular point in life, if football is a job, well, it is a job. So speaking of a job coming in the way, he's worried about his family. He's worried about that home life, and the job is going to take a back seat. I mean, biggest fear is making a change that kind of sets you back a few months or a few years, just because you didn't take some other things into consideration as far as family or what have you. So yeah, I mean that's it. I kind of have to look at everything from 1,000-foot view nowadays. Supposed to, I'm in the moment making decisions, but before I pull that trigger, I got to pay him back and just make sure that I'm not exposing the family in any kind of way.
That's good. Jason always come with good knowledge. That's why he the guru.
That's my answer too, Jason.
You know what? I say not providing, and that's always been from day one. I want to be able to provide, and I know that's now expanded, not just financially, but provide emotionally, spiritually, and so forth. But not to, I'm not fearful of losing my wife. I'm not saying I'm taking her for granted. I feel secure where I'm not gonna have to roll up in my PJs somewhere like, well, who you talking to up in here? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'm taking you for granted. I'm not saying I don't think I know my wife the bomb. You know what I'm saying? So I got all that. But my biggest fear is not being there and being able to provide for my family. So I'm gonna stay at a job. Now, I love my job, but I might stay at a job that I don't like because I know it's provide for my family, and they're able to move upward through this. But I think that's scary to think I could lose you, not because something I did, just because you tired of me. And that brings you into a place of insecurity where you're always trying to prove yourself to this person. That's just how I feel. I mean, that's how I feel. Russ may not feel like that. Other folks, I'm just saying that's how I would feel, because some of us been in those places where you've been abandoned or rejected. In your love, you don't want to be rejected or abandoned. So, that's all I'm saying on that. But not being able to provide.
Yeah.
If Jermaine was married, what would Jermaine say?
I mean, if I think my biggest fear if I was married would be not living up to be the leader that God called me to be, because I think that the husband is the leader of the family, and so I think that you have to be in constant relationship with God in order to be able to lead your family in the right way. So that would be my fear, is not living up to that.
That's good stuff right there. That's good stuff. Thank you, America. Mitri got us all deep in everything. Got us all introspective, whatnot. So the other thing that's kind of come out, brought its head back again, is LeBron has been told again to shut up and dribble, basically, by somebody else. So should athletes just play the game, stay in your lane? We don't want to hear your commentary, your political or social commentary. Just play the daggum game and just move on. Should athletes do that?
Uh,
Well, what was the reason Brown was told to, basically shut up and dribble? What was going on to where that comment came?
And please forgive me, I forgot the sec. If you know that, AJ, I
Yeah,
forgot the second time. Go ahead, AJ.
yeah, it was a soccer player was basically just doing the interview, and I believe he was asked his comments about just not just athletes, but just athletes, entertainers, just other people in just in your profession, just jumping up and speaking into politics and uh where they have like no no knowledge, or what he said was no knowledge or no schooling on the situation to speak on it. So they should just stay in basically their area. And the question was like, what about LeBron? And he was like, yeah, the same thing. The guy should just stick to playing basketball, and because he's not well versed in that subject.
So that kind of takes me to the part about like giving us our heroes and stuff. Because if he can't, and so giving us our heroes, and those who speak up for us are entertainers, which is what I said on the previous deal. Like, we don't have anybody that's not some type of entertainer of some shape, form, or fashion that really gets the platform to say something. And LeBron has the platform to say something. So kind of telling him to just shut up and dribble, knows that he has a following. He has a large following. He probably can sway the masses with a sentence or two to get people to do one thing or another. So in those kind of moments for me, it's like no, that's not okay, because this is the platform he has. He's supposed to be able to use his platform to continue to uplift and educate, and and bring others along. So by him not saying anything and just playing basketball, that means other folks outside of us still dictate everything that's going on when it comes to speaking on stuff like the talk shows and stuff and radio shows. That means folks will continue to pass their judgment and their view, and there will be nothing else from us. And I say us because it's applying to us, and it's applying to the figures that we look up to, or some look up to as like great uh, whatever the word is for somebody who does great works and things for the youth and community and all that. And yeah, I get problems with that still to this day, just because it's bigger than that.
Right. Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, that's why the same thing. I was just surprised, just to hear that from him, because I mean, as athletes, that is part of your job. Yeah, you're playing sports, but I mean, there's an outreach ministry that's connected to that, because of so many young folks that are watching it. That's why a lot of them say, well, we don't want to, be role models, but sometimes it's not necessarily being a role model. It's just about speaking up for things that you see that are wrong, whether it's with the team or it's within that community or that city where that athlete plays it. So just for hearing that coming from someone in the sports world, even if it is soccer overseas, just hearing that was strange, because it was like, dude, I mean, because you should feel the same way. So what are you doing in your community? I mean, you're not speaking up when things are going wrong, where you from, or where you playing at. So I mean, that was just shocking to me.
Well, if I can say, I would want to ask, have you even met LeBron James? So how do you know what he knows and what he doesn't know? And just looking from the outside, this is the outside. He has his own school. The school is a school that if you go there, it helps your parents, so your family gets help. It also helps you get all the way to Akron University. You get a free education if you go through his school. And it's a school that's partnered with the public school, so it's a charter school or whatever it is. But it's got all those ingredients to make generational change. So that's one. But the other thing, just recently, the Atlanta Dream was sold. Now that came under a lot of pressure because of the women athletes on that team said we don't agree with the owner and her stance on basically our life mattering, right? We don't agree, and she said politics shouldn't play any role in sports, and like we disagree. This is our life, and we're in Atlanta. They actually helped the Senate candidate who was lagging in the polls before they start wearing his T-shirt. He then moves up. The next thing you know, she has sold a team as of last Friday. And what happened? One of the retired WNBA players is now part owner. All of that would not have happened if these athletes had said, I'm going to just shut up and dribble. They really created change in the Senate, the U.S. Senate, with basically billionaires by getting a team sold and ushering this young lady out of the WNBA and ushering one of their own folks into the WNBA. But if they had shut up and dribbled, that never would have occurred. Mm-hmm. They actually made change. Right. Mm-hmm. So why is that wrong?
Right. I think that regardless of who you are, whether you're an entertainer, a football player, or just someone who's influential on social media, I think that if you have a platform, I think that you have a responsibility to use it wisely because people are watching. Whether it be adults, kids, blacks, whites, Hispanics, it doesn't matter. Like people are watching, and so I think that you have a responsibility to use that platform wisely. And to make sure that people are getting the correct information and make sure that you are standing up for the right thing.
That's good. Thank you, Minister. Just coming with the little nugget right there, didn't you? We all got a platform. Mm-hmm. We do. We all have a platform. I think it's was it Charles Barkley? I'm not a role model, but he still was. Like you can't deny you're role modeling for somebody.
Right.
And I appreciate that LeBron is trying to do something very positive with his moment. Mm-hmm. And so I just hate that somebody who probably doesn't know him, never met him, said that the man is uneducated. And I'm not saying LeBron and everything is totally right. There's some things I'm like, I don't agree with that, LeBron. But that's human. That's being a human being, a man. We don't have to always agree with one another.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Man, that's awesome. Awesome. Okay, we just on the same page and everything. So there's a lot going on. We know that. I just want to a lot going on in NBA. Bringing back to, one more time to we got to bring the NBA up. Can anybody beat the Nets? Because they look loaded and they look ready. And AD is out, and we don't know when he come back. So that could hurt the Lakers. And they went on a 4-game losing streak. Mm-hmm. And AJ's Mavericks, all they got is Luka.
Yeah.
So,
one player out there playing 5 people.
Right. So, and then, we love seeing LaMelo. He looked nice with the Hornets, but, they're not going to beat the Nets. Come on. Should we just crown the Nets the NBA champions right now?
So what are where are the Nets in the East standings? Like where are they
at? Number 2, I believe.
Okay, and who's number 1?
The 76ers.
Okay. I think it's one of those things where you look at the team and you say, yeah, they're loaded. I think until they find like real chemistry, it's like, they're playing great now, but then, what does it look like come playoff time? Are those 3 stars going to be able to share the ball, put those points up, night in, night out, and play as a team, play as a unit? But I think right now, I think they're playing, great ball, but I think it boils down to like, are they going to win a championship?
Yeah. With me, we can't just crown them yet because the 76ers are still playing good ball. The Milwaukee Bucks, they struggled a little bit, but they're still playing good ball. And I would even count out the Knicks, number 4 right now in the East, and they really don't look too bad. They need to come together and work on some more things like on the court communication and passing and things like that. But Man, if they can get that and get their assist totals up, I mean, they can be trouble in the East as well.
Wait, so the Knicks are number 4?
The Knicks are number 4 right now.
Wow.
COVID-19 really doing a spell on people.
Right.
I'm sorry, Jason. Go ahead, bro.
It looked like he froze.
Okay,
Yeah.
he'll be. He come back. He come back. This. You there, Jason? The Mad Jack got you.
Can't hear you, brother.
Okay, we come back to you, Jason. I know you're gonna clear it up. He the only one out of us 4 that can actually fix his Wi-Fi and break it down and put it back together.
Right.
Yeah,
We're gonna have
man.
to we're
The Black
gonna have to
MacGyver.
call somebody.
All right. Okay, I was muted.
Okay.
All right, I was muted. That's it wouldn't let me take it off mute, but my computer fans are going 1,000 right now for no reason. So, but the Knicks have their top 5 defense in the league right now. They also have one of the slowest paces because they control, the ball a lot. The addition of Derrick Rose was smart. They got a great rookie. The Knicks do not look bad at all. Julius Randle is an first-time All-Star this year. He been balling. Like he been playing 30 plus minutes a night, every night. Ain't missed no nights.
Is that a former Maverick? Is Julius Randle the former Maverick?
No.
I don't think he played in Dallas.
What happened to that guy who was he was a top pick? He was the draft before Luka, and I forgot his name now.
That's Dennis Smith Jr.
Oh,
okay.
He's in Detroit.
Okay, never mind then.
He's actually starting right now because DeLon Wright has been injured for the past about 3 weeks now. So Dennis Smith Jr. And a rookie from Vanderbilt, Sabian Lee, have been kind of sharing point guard duties. And he don't look bad. I mean, Dennis Smith look a little rejuvenated right now.
Okay.
And they just played the Knicks last night, and Derrick Rose gave it to him.
Yeah.
I mean, Derrick Rose looking like MVP status Rose right now. But yeah, I mean, no, we're not gonna give it to the Nets because the Nets don't have a defense. You have to outshoot the Nets, and the Nets haven't been on a court as a collective, more than 2 or 3 games at a time together before. KD's been out the past 2 weeks or past week and a half at least, and then like they've been flip flopping. Like it's kind of hard to get all 3 of them on the court together, but I think they just kind of coast into the playoffs, and then you'll see everybody back. But they need more help on that second unit. That second unit can't sustain the lead. DeAndre is doing nothing but grabbing the rebounds to kick it back out. Like he ain't even looking to score. He'd be up under the basket, kick it all the way out to 3-point line. It's like, my man, just tip dunk it, put it back in, something. But offensive wise, I mean, yeah, they putting up points. I mean, Kyrie looking good. I mean, Harden is shooting the blood out the ball right now. I mean, he was already doing that before, but I mean, he ain't missed a step at this point. But they've switched it. They put Kyrie as shooting guard, and they made James Harden the point guard. And that was just so the ball could facilitate more through James. But they all like to play ISO ball. All 3 of them play ISO ball. So whoever got the ball, everybody else kind of waiting to see. If is it going to be a step back 3? Is it going to be a Kyrie slash and up and under layup? Is it going to be a KD fadeaway?
Do you feel like with Steve Nash being their head coach, is that if they get into a tough situation, he really can't coach them out like maybe some other people could.
But Nash is a facilitator. So like by trade, he's a stone cold facilitator, and that's the one thing that's got them clicking right now is that they are really moving the ball great as a unit. That first unit, what I'm saying, like ain't nobody taking no selfish shots, and unless they down by 15, then it's going to be everybody who got to look at shooting a 3-pointer. But when they're not doing that, I mean, they are really taking care of the rock, and I mean that's a Steve Nash trait. Like he was never one to come down and have 10 7 8 turnovers a game. He was the one that that had 15 assists. Again, he may have had 10 points. He may have 15 points. Could have been a 25-point night, but he definitely had 8+ assists every night. You know what I'm saying, in that court vision. So I think that was also the change of Kyrie and Harden. To free Kyrie up a little bit more because he moves better off the ball than sloppy Harden does. But anywho, no, they not a lock. They're not a lock. There's other teams that will completely fluster them. I mean, Utah will put the business on them. I don't want to run down the list, but it's at least 7 teams they got to worry about.
Do you feel, y'all let me know, do the Mavericks need to let go Carolina, like the Atlanta Hawks did today? They let go their head coach.
Yeah.
Do the Mavericks need to do the same thing because maybe he's more stifling to this younger generation, and the championship he won has now been 10 years. It was 10 years ago. Okay.
Yeah, I've been saying Carlisle need to go, man.
Because everybody talked about Luka, but it looked like the Mavericks is just not going to be. And Porzingis doesn't look that good. I mean, he has flashes, right? But he's hurt all the time too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does Carlisle need to go?
Yep.
Yeah, I think Carlisle needs to go. They need to bring some more people to Dallas for Luka.
You gotta be ready to fire folks around here, boy. That's some cold-blooded stuff. Carlisle done gave y'all 10 years of his good life. I said, let him go. Jason, what you think?
I really don't have a dog in the fight because I ain't been keeping up with the coaching in Dallas. I mean, as far as I know, Rick Carlisle gonna have his name in lights when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
Yeah, he brought the only championship. So
to get rid of Rick and bring me in as small forward.
I mean, either he go or you gonna eventually lose Luka. Because I mean, the guy want to win. He's not gonna sit around and play on a losing team. So it's like you want to make some kind of change. This not the NFL where I can franchise tag you, for 2 years. It's like, I mean, make some changes, or when this guy's on an open market, he's on an open market, and it's up to him. And he's not a guy that's gonna sit around and let his career just waste like that. I don't believe it. So I think you just start with the coach now, really. I mean, right now, really, because I mean you don't have nothing else to lose right now this season. So I say pull in.
I don't think Mark Cuban makes that move. Mark Cuban is loyal to certain people.
I don't think he will yet, but he should.
He should, but so to see the Knicks, I mean, the Knicks were a laughing stock. Nobody wanted to go to them. You got Charlie Oakley getting arrested. KD, didn't want to go. You know what I'm saying? And the Knicks are the number 14. And I'm like, this is shocking. We all with the Knicks.
Right.
They baller.
Knicks hadn't had a winning season in a long time.
Right. I think since Charlie Oakley was playing. I mean, come on. I mean, it ain't been that long, but I'm just saying it's so much turmoil. To what was it last year that Spike Lee was getting put out or something? He had to run in.
They thought he couldn't come through his private interest no more.
Right.
So I said, I've been coming through here over 25 years. You gonna tell me I can't go through his interest?
They had a changing of the guards, man. Look, I don't know you people like that. So no.
Not you people.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think just the change in management? They changed up their management. They changed up their coaching, and really it sounds like they bring a new culture in to New York City. I mean, nothing better. It feels like to see the Knicks, the Celtics, and the Lakers and the Pistons play ball.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially the Knicks.
It's that old school basketball.
Right.
Okay. Well, I did have one question. Jermaine, how did everything go, man?
We did not go out this past weekend because she actually got her first COVID shot on was it Thursday, I believe. And so she was out of it this past weekend. So
you were there to nurse her. That's good. That's good. That's good, brother. That's good. That's all right. That's all right. Okay. That's good. But you still were there. Long as you were there for her.
Right, right.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. Well, I'm glad she got a COVID shot and you were there for her. Okay. We
So-
just
No Maggianos.
No, hopefully, smooth operator. Hopefully we'll be able to do that this weekend. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get together. Hopefully the weather will, allow us to, to do our thing. So yeah.
okay. I see you talking about her with the deep voice.
Put on that smooth
yeah.
operator voice.
Yeah, hopefully we can do all that. Like I know Jermaine for years. I ain't never heard this voice. Yeah. So yeah, I was there for her. I got her some orange juice and make sure she's all right. Tylenol.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we just happy, the quiet storm. We just happy for you. I'm just happy for you. We're really happy for you. So you knew we were coming back to that. So this is our weekly main updates. We got to talk about our marriages. We're gonna have you talk about your potential.
Right.
Your potential. All right, that's all right. So, anything y'all want to hit us with, brothers, or anybody in the comment section? There's something that y'all want to know, because we really hit our topics today. I mean,
y'all talk about JJ Watt going to Arizona?
No, we did not. So JJ Watt signed today. Thank you, brother. Signed today for it's $23 million guaranteed over 2 years. I know that. And I think the total contract may be 31 or 32.
It's 31.
31?
Yeah.
So he signed with Arizona. And everybody like, why Arizona? They're not even the best team in their division.
Yeah.
Or the second best.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but if they get that defense right.
Yeah. That's the thing that's been making them lose them games is they ain't been able to sustain no lead because the defense giving it right back.
Right.
Do y'all think he just went there for the money?
Both.
$23 million guaranteed.
But I mean, he could have got that anyway. I think that's fair for him. Aging. I mean, he still can ball. So I think I think that's right where right around for 2 years. That's where he should be at.
Well,
How can
but I'm saying the Titans, the Bills, they're supposed to be in this mix. Clearly, they didn't offer that same money.
Warm weather dome.
Okay.
Okay. And he just left that, right?
Right.
He did.
I mean, atmosphere change ain't too much. The same heat, a little bit hotter, but
a little bit.
Yeah, that dry heat. But like you said, inside. He's gonna be inside. He gets another quarterback similar to Deshaun.
Arizona is on the national power grid. So that you don't have to worry about that.
All right.
Just facts, man. Just state the facts. That's all, man. I mean, we'll say Sam lying. All right, go ahead.
It is. So yeah, they probably won't go out. But it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot outside. So yeah, So yeah, $23 million. I can't say nothing. $23 million guaranteed.
Yeah, he paid, buddy.
Man.
Yeah.
And I hope he play more than 8 games this year. Because he ain't done that in a minute too. His brother be out taking checks.
So, he got a good agent, man.
I sure could have used him in Dallas though.
I don't know. Could they use him in Baltimore?
Oh, well, both y'all this big.
I don't know. Because he said more He more on the
I think he would
sideline
have been
with
solid
us
down here.
in the game, huh? We say.
AJ?
See this all of y'all getting it from what y'all did
I'm
to me last week, talking about me so bad.
breaking up. What y'all say?
Talk about my Wi-Fi so bad. Y'all got me so scared. I didn't move locations. I'm sitting right. I'm right next to the modem. Like, please.
Yeah, now I'm breaking up.
I thought you were using the. Never mind.
Go ahead,
So we
Jason.
switched to this Verizon. Now mine missing it.
No, I'm good. But as far as
Okay.
JJ though, man,
Yeah.
you know, it's I think it's a good fit. I think it's part of the
Okay.
building blocks that Arizona needs to take to continue to be a contender. They got QB doing, you know what I'm saying, things that, you know, a small guy like that shouldn't be doing. He's doing some amazing stuff. They added D Hop, he was balling. You know, they got a dual, they got two tiny dual threat running backs that seem to be getting the job done.
Right.
You know, with Chase and Drake. I mean, Drake actually showed up at the end of the season. He sucked in the beginning of the season, but once Chase Edmonds started balling, I think that went ahead and, you know what I'm saying, put some life in the Drake. So they got, you know, the passing down back. They got that. They got a couple of receivers. Fitzgerald hanging on for dear life. You know, I think Fitz is gonna finally fade out, but they don't have nobody to fill that spot. So, and he can be out there and really not get killed every game. So,
Right.
but I mean, that's a start. You a leader like JJ. It's a really good start to turn the defense around.
So this is what I would say. I know they're better than the 49ers. I don't think the 49ers offense, they got a lot of problems. I think they're going to be better than 49ers. I think they could be better than Seattle because they have their own problems. I think LA getting your boy out of Detroit that's interesting to me. You know, because we know Aaron Donald, he no joke, and that could be a nice battle. So the NFC West is interesting. So okay, we'll see. I mean, he ain't protected himself. He got his money, $23 million. That's not a joke. That's good, and he got it done before all this other stuff. Really, more free agency could have got really busy and got into the draft class and all that. So that's good too.
Yeah, he got it done quick.
So it is it sad that he had to leave Houston? Because basically he's like Mr. Houston beside Deshaun. Is that I mean, players leaving organization like that because the organization itself is not good. How do you correct that? How can that be corrected?
Man,
you got a clean house.
Right. Yeah, you got to start at the top and work your way down.
But if the owner won't change, then is just no hope.
It's just a longer route to getting what probably could have easily been done if you'd did it the right way. It may take a couple seasons.
Because a lot for some of these owners, it's like their little play toy. I think that's how Jerry Jones. He's like, look, I get paid either way. You know, I'm the number one franchise in the world, and my team has not won a Super Bowl or a championship since the mid '90s.
The
Knicks are like number 4, and they haven't won a championship since 1970s. So it's like the reward to win, is it really worth it when I can lose and still be banking on y'all?
Yeah, that's crazy. Dude don't even care about winning no more.
Right? Because does he really care? Does Houston? I'm looking at all these folks like, do they really care about winning, or does long as I make that check, I'm good?
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
It come a point, you know, where they probably like that's the mindset. It's got to be a point in time. Like JJ right now, it's got to be because 23. What the 23 mil guaranteed? How many years?
2.
2. Right. So yeah, it's an in and out. It's an in and out deal. I get my guaranteed money. whether I'm pretty sure there's some injury clauses in there somewhere, but regardless, guaranteed 23. And yeah, let's see what we can do. I mean, that's kind of what I think Russ would be on. I think Russ would be on a little short, two year, um, 2 year 2 year deal if they don't get rid of Dak.
Well, we're gonna see. By the time we come next week, I think it's the 8th or the 9th is the salary cap deadline. No, I'm sorry, the tag deadline.
Tag, yeah.
So
The trade. Yeah,
we'll
that could be
see.
signed. He'll be signed by next Monday.
And be a blockbuster. And they really need to have the salary cap means the QB should have their own salary cap, so it doesn't affect the rest of the team.
Yeah,
Nah, it's like Monopoly, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't get boardwalk until you go around and get enough money, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to build up. If not, you got to come off some of them other properties to make room for it.
The problem if you get boardwalk and that was all your money, then you hoping everybody land on boardwalk.
You hoping everybody land on board, but you got to have Baltic, Mediterranean, the train stations. You could have had. You got rid of all them property, Pennsylvania.
Right.
All them. That you got rid of just to try to get boardwalk.
But everybody keep jumping over your boardwalk and hit and go, and now you upset.
Yeah.
So I just saying that he's gonna make 40. He got to make 40. So we'll see. And it's a lot. I feel like it's tense. His brother Tad kind of got into it a little bit.
Yeah, that dude won't be quiet.
He talking. And Dak has been wearing no cowboy gear.
Yeah, it don't look good.
No, he not even wearing blue. No colors, black.
Because honestly, they say his agent and in the Cowboy organization not even on the same page yet. So that's tough. Because at least you can be at this point when you got 7 more days until the deadline. Like you should be somewhere around the same page. Like now we're just talking about years, little incentives, what goes in and what comes out. But right now they haven't even agreed to anything yet. They're not even the same ballpark.
Yeah, because I think that Dak is gonna have to come down on his number, like for real. Because I mean, you have not won an MVP, a Super Bowl, anything of that nature. And I think until he wins that, you're not going to be able to name your price.
Yeah,
but Deshaun didn't win nothing.
That's true.
That's true.
And then I mean, the reality is it was O'Brien that gave him the money. That's crazy. And he got fired right after that. So
right.
And then with Dak, I don't. Honestly, he never said he wanted 40. It never came out his mouth. The only thing that he said was he wants 4 years and 35. So I'm thinking if you can work out, I mean, if you franchise tag him at 37, you can at least work out, somewhere 37, 39, or somewhere between 36 to 39, and he should be happy with it. But
he should be happy with 30.
Nah.
That's not even the going rate anymore, Jermaine.
Right
there,
that's
I don't want you to be. You cannot be my boss, Jermaine.
Yeah.
You never gonna get nobody no pay raise.
With people like I look at the Facebook posts and I'm in like this cowboy group on Facebook, and you see some of the people saying, "Oh yeah, he ain't worth 25," or he ain't worth 15. It's not about what he's worth; it's the market. Like I'm not gonna sell you a 2024 truck for $500 because that's below the market value of it. So you lose in that situation. So I think it's just the fact that him just trying to get his value of a quarterback, not of his stats. It's just of a quarterback right now.
That was their bad by not signing him 3 years ago. That was on him.
when he was cheaper. Now, not just that he was cheaper, but that the quarterback market was cheaper. And now the market has just steadily increased. And if you franchise tag him again this year, guess what? The market is going to consistently go up because Patrick Mahomes hit his new deal. So the quarterback market shoots right back up. So you're in a tough situation right now.
Yeah, and that's the last time you can tag him, right? Because then this Next time he can just walk away, you get nothing.
Yeah, and normally quarterbacks, when you tag them the second time, they don't come back. It haven't been one yet that's been, tagged twice and came back.
Yeah, because you playing with my money, man. Like, give me my money. I'm not sticking around. You know what I'm saying? You done already showed me, by your actions that you're not trying to pay me. You trying to get everything you can get, you know what I'm saying, for as cheap as possible, and then make a decision. But now we see what happened. He got hurt, and the first thing the announcer said was, I hope they take care of this kid, but here we are, and now, right, we still ain't done it, but yeah.
And Lamar and Jason, and we're gonna go. Jason, Lamar hasn't got his deal yet, right?
Mm-mm.
So that's gonna bump that market up. Like you need to get ahead of stuff and stop being arrogant, Jerry. Because Lamar coming, we got a couple others that are coming, and it's gonna be 45. You're gonna have a $50 million quarterback.
Yeah.
That's why y'all gotta figure this
Keep
out.
playing. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And it's not me. I'm not the one spending the money. This is the people who you work with as other owners.
Yeah.
So, man, okay, next week it's a big week. We'll see what happens. I know Jason pretty soon got a birthday to celebrate. Is that right, Jason? With Miss Demetria? Oh, maybe not.
His magic.
Oh man.
No, I'm here. I'm here with no magic jack.
I feel like he tried to cut out on us. Okay, my bad. I want to talk about my bad.
No,
So
go ahead. Run that question back.
No, I was just saying you got a birthday. We're gonna talk about that next week. I do prepping you. I got a birthday to celebrate too.
Yes.
What are some? And I feel like this is the hardest thing. What are something to buy for your spouse or your boo? What's something that you can buy? Because I have really no idea, y'all, and I need help. So, because they don't give you clues
At all.
So
yeah, the Luby's gift card is always a hot seller here in the house, man.
So on that note, we're gonna see y'all next week. This is gonna be continued. What are these brothers doing for these birthdays coming up? And Luby's, y'all need to support them before they go. Get y'all Luby's cookbook. And I got mine. I got a cookbook. I got my
that Salisbury steak recipe. That's what I need.
That's right. The chicken fried steak, the fried fish.
We're gonna let Lubis close their doors.
Look, my great grandchildren be in my will, and you have. Oh, okay. So this guy right here, this is Luby's cookbook. Got it? I'll try to order it. Get to your local edition, okay?
Wow.
Get your Luby's cookbook. That's our first endorsement or something. Thank you, Jay.
All right. AJ gonna be present when they put the lock on the door.
Right? Long time coming, shut them down.
That's all right. I'm keeping them alive. All my kids and grandkids and great grandkids, like, I don't know, my granddaddy always cooked the fried fish and the tartar sauce. So anyway, we'll see y'all next Monday. We need to get into talking about the March Madness coming, more NBA topics, what you gonna do for your boo, and so forth. So y'all have a great day. Hope we have some big news about some big signings. Y'all keep y'all sports ear to the street and let us know what y'all would like us to talk about too. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. May God bless you and keep you. And let's salute them out, brothers.